Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at cards that let you play on your opponent's turn. So, obviously, we're not talking about like Ash Blossom Spring, Maxi. We're going to be looking at more archetypal stuff or more weird things in general. So, first off, let's pull out Gizmek, I guess. Gizmek Orochi. So, Gizmek Orochi. Well, not particularly terrifying, I suppose. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, quick effect, you can banish 8 cards from the top of your deck face down, special summon this card. You can banish 3 cards from your extra deck face down, then target 1 face-up monster on the field, destroy it. You can only use one Gizmekorochi, the Serpentron Sky Slasher effect return, and only once that turn. So Gizmekorochi, pretty tame. But if we were to combine this with one other card, this will really be playing on your opponent's turn. Hop Ear Squadron. So if we throw in Hop Ear, during your opponent's main phase quick effect, you can target one face-up monster you control, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, immediately after this effect resolve, synchro summon one synchro monster using only this card you control, and that target. You can only use this effect of Hop Ear Squadron once per turn. So with Hop Ear Squadron here, what we can do is, if we were to special summon Gizmek Orochi, we can make a turn 0 Baron. Very cool. You just make Baron on your opponent's turn immediately, because why not, I guess. So that's just a thing. Not sure what I can say about this, but next turn you can also then just float back into a Hop Ear Squadron, just tag out with Baron effect into Hop Ear Squadron, summon back Gizmek Orochi, do it again. And I guess it's kind of funny how you just do that pretty much every single turn until you run out of banishes for Gizmek Orochi, but this is honestly probably uh, super inconsistent and weak. So let's go into something else. So, Uarctic. Did we spell it right? Nice. So Uarctic are quick effects during just either main phase. So technically on your opponent's first turn, you can already summon your Uarctic card. So we could summon Uarctic, Mega Puller here, Megabilis. So let's see if this card is special summoned. While you control another Uarctic monster, you can target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, effect here. You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change it to face-down defense position. So the effects here are just kind of alright, I guess. That one doesn't do anything. And this one allows you to special summon one Uarctic monster from your hand, which is fine, honestly. And then we have Megapolar here. Add an Uarctic monster from your deck to your hand. That's fine. And I think that's it. So it looks like we have Book of Moon, and then banish a graveyard card and destroy a spell trap. So kind of lackluster to an extent, but still pretty decent, I suppose. Moving on. We also have this Megalith time. So I personally don't really play this card, but we have Megalith Aeratron here. You can ritual summon this card with a Megalith card during the main phase. Quick effect. You can discard this card, ritual summon one Megalith ritual monster from your hand by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed its level. So this card allows you to play during essentially your opponent's turn. So immediately during the main phase, best case scenario, what we can do is we can ritual summon, specifically I believe it's Megalith Auk, and then we can cycle with Auk and probably discard maybe, hopefully-ish, I guess, another ritual monster. And then if we have our copy of Megalith full, what we can do is then Ritual Summon full, and we can add back our copy of Aeratron, and then tributing Aeratron to Special Summon Feather to do pop 1, 2, and then maybe 3. So it's like pop 2 to 3 cards on your opponent's first turn. Just, you know, turn 0, pop 3 or 2. And then next turn you can just use Megalith full once again. So, a bit goofy, but it sure does technically work. And then, of course, can't forget this one. Haveness. If your opponent just goes ahead and activates any monster effect, you can then well, it has to be an effect on field, but you can special summon Haveness, and here got hit fairly hard, so not as consistent anymore with one Haveness. Before it would be 2, you know, so activate Haveness, and then all of a sudden you're staring down Rukelos and your opponent has follow-up for some reason, and also Shufflers, in case your deck touches the graveyard at all, you know? So let's just say, for example, we're playing Rika. I'm pretty sure Rika has a card that summons Genius Loci from the graveyard. So if Genius Loci is no longer in the graveyard, I guess that card doesn't work, huh? So yeah, that's great. Yeah, just even milling a Shuffler off of this is annoying, but okay. Technically, worst case scenario though, assuming you're running like Backjack, you could be staring down like something like Imperm plus Rukelos and starving, or no, not starving Venom, Dragostapelia. So Dragostapelia, Rukelos plus like Backjack, getting you like an Imperm or something. That's pretty much like a worst case scenario there. But it's pretty RNG, pretty random. And then of course there is Rescue Ace. So with the Rescue Ace cards, they activate whenever your opponent does a thing. So attribute this, special summon a Rescue Ace monster from your deck. And then we have, let's see, where is it? I'm not sure which one it is actually. Is it this one? If a monster is special to your opponent's field, special summon 1 level 4 lower Rescue Ace monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. What's the condition on this? You can if a Rescue Ace monster is normal special summon to your field, except for Rescue Ace Fire Engine. Yeah, so we can do that. Summon, like, I guess, an Impulse, and then special summon Preventer. Not, like, super likely to happen, but technically, I guess now there's a payoff for activating Rescue Ace cards turn 0 against your opponent. Now it is possible to get a single Book of Moon. More or less like Uarctic, I guess. Nothing really to say about that, but, you know, it for sure is a thing. Is it necessarily that good? I'd argue no. But, moving on. Technically, this is an archetype, you know, so Bystials, this can play turn 0, you know, just set up your searches for the next turn, and while also hindering your opponents pretty hard, you know, with, like, Magnemite. So, let's just say, for example, we do normal summon Rhino Heart, sending Haveness. Magma banishes Haveness. So, off of this exchange, your opponent's going to be down to 4 cards in hand. You will also be down to 4 cards until you use the effect to, of course, search Lubellion, which will then be able to grab you mayhaps like a Serenir, grab you Branded Beast, and access to Branded Regained. And then you can just infinitely like cycle all of your Bystials and grind out your opponent like no tomorrow. So yeah, that's great, I guess. So yeah, Bystials can kind of play turn 0 as well. And I think that was most of the things I want to cover for today. I think there are still some other decks and funny cards that kind of work like this, where you can play turn zero. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.